Oh, world of YouTube. Your buddy. Yeah, had something stuck in there. Your boy is back, V2J135. I got another Pokemon Black 2 Y2 Smogon Wi-Fi battle for you. You look at that, you look at these pokes, what do you think? NU, and that's what it is. Yes, so we got an NU battle again. It's the same team as before, but I'm slowly going to change it up a bit. Well, it's not the exact same team. As you see, I took out somebody and replaced it for Marowak. So I did do a little bit of an evaluation on the team, and I was like, okay, you know what? Marowak would be a better choice than what I had prior. And you know, I forgot what it was before. But anyway, my opponent, Floatzel, Victory Bell, Ludicolo, Beedrill, Braviary, and Sandshrew. Not too bad. And on my team, you got Gigalith, Regice, Ditto, Electros, Scolipede, and of course Marowak. Now, if you take a look at this team, and you know my Scolipede specifically is all about Swords Dance Baton Pass. It's kind of like Ninjask, and I believe Ninjask is in you, so I can actually replace it, but I prefer to use Scolipede because it's got a niche to it. Bug Poison is pretty good typing, so, you know. And then I can pass it on to Gigalith, I can pass it on to a Ditto, or I can pass that on to a Marowak. And if you look at his team's now really prepared for that Marowak power, so you're going to see a lot of that. Once again, check out the video on your own time if you like. The video number's at the bottom, and go to the lady and the thingamajigger, and I'll explain it anyway. But the battle's getting started, so let's go. Oh, you gotta love that music. I love this fucking remix, it's amazing. Anyway, he starts off with Floatzel. I go into Gaia, of course, and the first thing he does is Waterfall, and I'm like, okay, I just want to set up my rocks at least. So as long as I can set up my rocks, I think I can sacrifice this guy. Because anyway, Gigalith is a lead Pokemon anyway, so it's bound to get sacrificed. So that's what that was. I was thinking, I was like, you know what, no, I don't have the opportunity, so I'll just sack it. And I bring in Regice. I don't think he predicted the Thunderbolt, and I think he thought he would have enough strength to at least maybe or get the flinch, I would think. But I actually do get the Thunder Wave off, and I switch out because I'm thinking, okay, even though you're slowed down, you're probably still Choice Bandit because that damage did too much. So comparing that to Trojan-Pete, I'm like, okay, Trojan-Pete can probably take one of those. And he does, and he makes the bad play and switches out to his Sand Slash. Gives me a chance to set up Swords Dance and give it a chance to Baton Pass, and then I switch right into Marowak. So I predicted him to go for the Rapid Spin, which he does. I was like, okay, that's alright. Gigalith's death won't be in vain, so it gives me a chance to substitute, and I've already got the +2, so I don't even need to do my own substitute. I mean, my own Swords Dance. In fact, this one doesn't have Swords Dance, so it's perfect. And then I go for the Boomerang, because, of course, you know, Boomerang is just all that power. So he decides to bring in his Beedrill as I go for the, I believe I go for the Flame Fire Punch. It actually breaks my sub, and I wasn't surprised by that. Marowak doesn't have a whole lot of defense. And it busts, well, it does break the sub, and I get the Flame Punch on his Floatzel, but I'm still faster than his Floatzel, but I know he has the Aqua Jet. That's the only reason he would bring it in, and I don't want a chance to Paralysis, so I decided to switch out into Mew, where I could take the Aqua Jet and then come back and destroy Floatzel my own self. So he actually gets paralyzed, and I go for the Ice Punch just in case he would switch, and that's still not enough to take out Floatzel, but I know even with one Aqua Jet on his end, it's still gonna, you know, it's gonna annihilate Floatzel in one more hit, and it does. So that's down Floatzel, so that's 2 down, I believe now. He goes into his Ludicolo as I go for another Ice Punch, so you know, I gotta keep them, and I get real lucky, and I actually get the freeze off. So yeah, that was something else there. He was so upset, like, oh man. I was like, yeah, that's what happens when we play this game. It was bound to happen. So I go for the Swords Dance, just taking advantage of the luck, taking as much advantage as I can. He goes for the Sucker Punch, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna, no. So I go for the substitute, and he goes for another Sucker Punch, and that got me thinking, what are you predicting me to go for the Mega Horn? No, I'm gonna Baton Pass and go into Marowak. And he was like, oh man, I made some bad plays, I'm like, yeah, you kind of really messed up, dude. So I go for the Fire Punch, and I'm like, you know what? even if you do have the focus sash, I kind of thought he would have, one of his Pokemon would have that. And he goes for the U-turn because of how much damage that did before. I'm thinking, yeah, that's probably not going to survive, but that's okay. I'm just going to go for the double edge because I thought he was going to go for U-turn and I want to get maximum damage on. Oh, actually, no, I do go for the Fire Punch. And I was like, that was a pretty smart move if Ludicolo had survived, because Ludicolo would have got melted and he would have been able to do some stuff. But since he only, it's too powerful. Marowak, maximum attack, modest, adamant, holding the thick club, +2. Come on. You can't stop this guy. You have to be faster. And indeed, Victory Drill was fast enough. So I was like, you know what? I did enough damage to his team. I can actually sack Marowak now. So that's not a problem. So I decided to bring in Regice here, and I kind of wasn't too sure if he was going to sleep or not, so I just took advantage of that, and he did sleep. This is the Resto Chest of Victory Bell, Regice, and I go for the Thunder Wave just to make sure I outspeed it, so no matter what he does, even if he does the, the Sucker Punch, I'd still be able to take him out, hopefully. And he's got the Tailwind, and that's done, so that actually was no use for him. He goes for the Substitute, and I'm like, at this point, this is a really good game, so you can substitute all you want. I'm just gonna do everything I can to take out this Braviary, because it's basically his last Pokemon. So he goes for the Brave Bird. This does a really large amount. I thought it would actually take out Regice, but it didn't, luckily. So I go for the Ice Beam, and that is good game. So my dude, his name is Android27. Link in the description. That was a good match, except for the Para Hacks and the Freeze Hacks, but hey, that's what happens when you play Pokemon, so not much you can do about that. Once again, do a good game. Marowak is a beast, guys. Don't mess with Marowak. If you see this guy and you see Ninjask or Scolipede on the team, get ready to get fucked if you ain't prepared. Alright guys, good game. B2J135 signing out. You'll see some more battles later this week. RU, and next week we're going to do Uber. So today is Friday, so this video should be up by Saturday, if not Sunday. And like I said, rest of the week some more UU and OU. And RU. Alright, talk to you guys later. The deuces.